This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by DAZN's Ade Oladipo here in Manchester. Ade, Leigh Wood is the world champion of the division once again. WBA titleist. Just walk me through what we've seen in that performance.
Amazing, right? It was a different type of fight from what we're used to with Leigh. Leigh's normally all action, but you can't be all action with Mauricio Lara. You've got to fight to a game plan, and he did that. He got caught a couple of times, but that body jab, that stab to the body, he was starting to bank rounds. What I liked is when he put Mauricio Lara down, didn't rush it, and maybe he would have before. He realised how dangerous Lara was, and in the end, it was a disciplined performance. Obviously, Lee Wiley and Ben Davison have worked on a game plan. He stuck to that, and he's a two-time world champion. And now, because of that, he can get his city ground fight. They will fill the city ground. They'll pack 34,000 in there, whether it be Josh Warrington or even Luis Alberto Lopez. So I'm happy for him. He deserves it. He's a great guy. And it was a really good performance.
Ade, there were question marks into this fight, whether it was right or not, whether he needed a bit more time just to kind of prepare for after what we saw in the first fight. How much credit does Leigh deserve for the cojones that he showed to step back in there with a man as dangerous as what Mauricio Lara is?
Massively, massive amounts of credit. And not just that, when Mauricio Lara obviously couldn't make the weight, there were a lot of people, including myself online, that were saying, you know, maybe they pull him for this fight. It's too dangerous. We know Mauricio Lara's a big puncher. He said, you know what? No, it's a big risk. But like I said in the interview, with big risk come big rewards. And the reward now is enormous. So it's not just Leigh. Obviously, Leigh's the fighter. Ben, Eddie as well. The whole team would have said, you know what? If you win this one, it's lift off again. And look, they've taken the risk. They've won it. And it's a massive opportunity for them next now.
He has two fights, he says, that he thinks he has left, either a unification or the city ground. Josh Warrington's obviously been mentioned. Could be a massive fight at the city ground.
Yeah, you got to take that one. You got to take the Josh one. Two fighters, both from the same country, cities that are only 45 minutes apart. You've got to do that one at the city ground. You really have. It's a massive one. I mean, look, you could do it at Ellen Road as well. You really could. But nothing's going to beat that type of atmosphere, a football fan type atmosphere. Half the city ground will be Leeds, half will be Forest. Incredible fight. Honestly, incredible fight. And if you're Josh, it's Josh's opportunity to get another world title as well. So Josh secretly will say he wants Mauricio Lara. Deep down, he knows he'd prefer to fight Leigh Wood. It's a much better fight.
Couple of questions just away from this show and obviously that main event. We never obviously watched it, but we saw, we heard about Chris Billam-Smith's victory against Okolie. Just your thoughts on hearing and the new.
Shocked. I'm shocked. I don't know why. Saying about Okolie, I never thought he was going to lose. He had this thing about him where I felt like he was almost boxing at second gear, like he hadn't unlocked all the talents. And maybe it's just not there. Maybe it isn't. I mean, he's gone to different trainers and they've tried their hardest with him, but his style maybe just caught up with him. And look, no one knows him better than Shane McGuigan and Chris Billam-Smith. But if anyone was to have told me someone was going to get knocked down 2 or 3 times, I would 100% told you it's going to be Chris Billam-Smith. So look, I am surprised. There is a rematch clause there. I don't know the interest in a rematch, but I am surprised by it. I never ever thought Okolie would lose to Billam-Smith, but this is boxing. This is boxing. I mean, if you're a boxer right now, you have to be disappointed. I mean, Boxy didn't look good in his outing. Okolie looked really bad his first time round. He's now lost the second time round. I'm not sure, disappointing.
And Ade, final one, you've got quite a good relationship with Mr. Anthony Joshua. He's come out that George Warren has sent over an offer, a formal offer that is for a potential Fury Joshua fight. Do you think we now see it?
No, absolutely not. I'm almost tired of the heavyweight division, especially the elite level of it. Obviously, there's been some good fights in it. I mean, Joyce Zhang was a fantastic fight, but I mean, I don't know what's going on. I mean, I want AJ to have a fight in the summer. I don't want it to be Fury. I didn't ask for that much. I didn't want him to go to #1. I want it to be a Dillian White-like and then maybe a Fury in the winter. But all this talk about what's going on in Saudi Arabia, all this talk about whether or not Wilder's going to have a fight in the summer, I have no idea what's going on. One thing I can say, though, is that it won't be Fury AJ. It just won't be. Fury's gone from calling out Opataya, he's called out Dempsey Mc. I don't know what Fury's doing. Honestly, I don't know. But I don't think we're going to see Fury AJ anytime soon. I really don't. And if you are the Saudis, even they would probably put a full stop on that because of the plans they've got in the winter. So I doubt it very, very much.
Right, Ade, it's a pleasure as always. Enjoy your night here. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. As always, man. Thank you.